Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to NoDQ Live here on NoDQ.com and the YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning in live. We are now just 6 days away until WWE Survivor Series. Tonight was the go-home edition of Monday Night Raw for Survivor Series. We now have our full teams set up, and there was a big swerve tonight. I think it was not a surprise that Jason Jordan was pulled from the Survivor Series match. That I did not think was a surprise. However, the real surprise was Triple H coming out and becoming the new 5th member for Monday Night Raw. So basically what happened was at the beginning of Raw, we had Jason Jordan take on Bray Wyatt. Jason Jordan beat Bray Wyatt with a roll-up, but then afterwards, Bray Wyatt attacked Jason Jordan and injured Jordan. Backstage, Kurt Angle said he needed somebody who was 100%, not 90%, and Jordan was really upset, of course. Jordan wanted to be part of the match. He wanted the opportunity, but Kurt Angle felt really bad about the situation. At the very start of the show, we had Stephanie McMahon putting down Kurt Angle once again, and it looked like Stephanie was perhaps going to remove Angle from the team or do something like that until the Shield came out. So yes, Roman Reigns is back. Roman Reigns returned tonight. Bray Wyatt returned tonight. No Paige. I'm looking at some of the comments here in the chat room. No Paige on this show, despite the fact that she was there in Atlanta. But anyways, going back to the big segment with Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle announced, or was going to announce, that Jason Jordan was being pulled from the match. Jason Jordan came out and pleaded his case. He begged Kurt Angle to not remove him from the match. Now, I'm curious to know what you guys think in the chat room. What did you think about Jason Jordan's acting performance? I thought it was laughable. I mean, I was watching this and I was laughing. Oh, the bathroom door is open. Oops, I guess that's symbolic that NoDQ video is going down the toilet, or NoDQ Live. Thank you, I'm glad you love the toilet. Anyways, I forgot to close the door, so botchamania. Anyways, what did you guys think about the acting? Thomas says terrible acting by Jordan. Garrett Mills says cried like a baby. Shady Snake says nobody cares about Jordan. Matthew says he's horrible. Benoit Fan 316 says half a slammy. Jeffrey says horrible. Hey, isn't that says heel turn. Tyler Joseph Smith says the dad comment was so cringeworthy. Michael Wayne says his acting sucks. Braden says he sounds like a crybaby. Somebody else, Thomas says cannot wait to see the heel turn. Overall, I think you guys were pretty disappointed with Jason Jordan's performance. So Jordan begged for the match to stay intact and his spot to stay intact. Triple H came out. Triple H got in the ring and told Kurt Angle, if you're not going to make this announcement, then I am. I am now officially the 5th member of Team Raw. Triple H is now the 5th man on Raw. And then Triple H proceeded to give the pedigree to Jason Jordan. Crowd did not like Jason Jordan. As Braden mentions here, the Atlanta crowd sang the goodbye song to Jason Jordan. Triple H now being part of the Survivor Series match. What do you guys think about this? Interstate Kyle says, how's Portland, Aaron? Portland is great, but by the way, stick to the topic, guys. We're talking about Monday Night Raw. We'll talk about Portland later. I want to know what you guys think about Triple H being part of the match. Alpha Male says Triple H versus Nakamura. Imagine that. Steve-O says, I've never been so happy to see Triple H. Alpha says WWE buried Jason Jordan tonight. Maria says, so happy about Triple H. Hey, isn't that says it's shovel time. Jeffrey says, I'm glad the game is back. So a lot of different opinions about it. I think it's huge. So I have a theory about all this. So we have Kurt Angle, we have Triple H, we have Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, and Finn Balor against Shane McMahon, John Cena, Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, and Shinsuke Nakamura. So here's my theory. I'm going to make a very bold prediction, and I will talk about this more when we do the predictions video, which will be up in the next day or so. Kayfabe Candy Ass says, I made the Jeff Meacham face when Triple H came out. So if you guys do not know what that is, if you do not know what the Jeff Meacham face is, you need to watch our NXT TakeOver War Games prediction video on the NoDQ.com site and YouTube channel. And you can see the infamous, I think it happens around 17 minutes into the video, the infamous Jeff Meacham frozen face when we were chatting in Skype. But anyway, so for this 5-on-5 match, I will be more in detail when we do that video, but I am going to make a very bold prediction and say that Triple H is going to be one of the first guys out. John Cena is going to be one of the first guys out to shock everybody. Triple H, my prediction is Triple H will put over, clean in the middle, either Nakamura or Bobby Roode to put those guys over. Yes, I did fail at avoiding the toilet. Thank you for pointing that out. And the other, well, you know what? That at least solves the mystery since you guys were saying what's behind the door. So yes, it's a bathroom. It's just like Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. A toilet is shown. This is groundbreaking. We're showing a toilet in the video. I think Triple H is going to put over Bobby Roode or Shinsuke Nakamura. And I think Cena's going to be the first one out on his team, just to shock everybody. Cena is going to lose to either Samoa Joe or Finn Balor to put over one of those guys. I just have this feeling, you know, everyone's worried that Cena's going to be there till the end. Oh, Jeffrey just left a $3 super chat donation. Thank you, Jeffrey. Much appreciated. And Jeffrey could very well become the future NoDQ Wrestling Trivia Champion. Oh, great. I guess you could tell I left the seat up. Yeah, I'm living here by myself. I admit it. So now you guys are like looking into the bathroom. You're paying more attention to that than the video. But anyways, Jeffrey, congratulations on winning that first trivia match. And now maybe I'm going to have to give him some easier questions now that he left a super chat donation. How do you leave donations? There's a little $ button at the bottom of the chat. And I guess if you click on that, you can figure out how to do it. Thank you to everyone that leaves the super chat donations, by the way. Much appreciated. Brain says, go, Jeffrey. So yeah, I think we're going to see something shocking. I think we're going to see Triple H and John Cena out early. I know a lot of people think that Cena's going to be there till the end, Triple H is going to be there till the end, but I have a feeling those guys are going to be out early to shock everybody. Let's see some of the other comments here. Your toilet is trying to cut a promo. Give me a shout out, Aaron. All right, there's your shout out, Ashton. Why was Paige not on Raw? Great question. I mean, a lot of people thought Paige was going to be on the show. She was there, but for whatever reason, things did not work out. Bayley was, in fact, the 5th and final member of the women's team. And Joshua just asked that, who won the women's match? It was Bayley. Bayley was the winner. No Paige on this show. I think, from what I've heard, that WWE was considering Paige, but they went with Bayley instead. I don't know if maybe Paige rubbed somebody the wrong way. I guess she was posting pictures on Instagram and basically giving away that she was going to be there. And maybe she shouldn't have done that. Maybe she shouldn't have given fans a false hope of security. Chris May says, should Paige have been the 5th member? What do you guys think? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you guys think that it should have been Bayley, or do you think it should have been Paige? I know some people have soured on Paige. Some people feel Paige is a thing of the past, but there's other people that feel she deserves a second chance and she should get another opportunity and get a fresh start in WWE. Tony says, Aaron, give me a shout out. I did that. Oh, wow. Jamie Lee Mack just donated $10 in the super chat. Thank you, Jamie. And Jamie was actually Jeffrey's opponent on Wrestling Trivia Challenge. Thank you, Jamie. Very much appreciated. Stage Psycho says, fire Paige. Philip M says it should have been Paige. Oh, so let's talk about the she said yes chant. So Paul Heyman came out with Brock Lesnar and cut a promo, and the crowd was way more into the idea, obviously. I think there's no surprise here. Oh, great, I'm spoiling people. Joshua says I'm spoiling people. Whatever. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman came out there for the promo, and the crowd was chanting AJ Styles, Suplex City. They were really into it. Way more than Jinder Mahal and Brock Lesnar. Clearly, I mean, everyone knew this. So you had Paul Heyman cutting his promo, and then all of a sudden, the crowd started a she said yes chant. So apparently, some guy in the crowd proposed to his girlfriend during a Paul Heyman promo. Very interesting to do it during a Paul Heyman promo. Heyman looked a little annoyed. I think Brock Lesnar was whispering to him what was going on. I think Paul Heyman was confused, and then he just seemed annoyed. So Heyman basically cut a promo on this guy, and it was awesome. Paul Heyman, you know, just thinking on the fly, did a great job just making fun of this guy for proposing to his girlfriend on national television. Now, I heard something from a fan in attendance that they got kicked out, that the couple got kicked out. I only heard that from one person, though, so I don't know if that's the case or not. But one person, at least, is claiming that they were actually kicked out of the building. Speaking of fans that were perhaps disrupting the show, when The Shield came out for their match with The Miz in the bar, you had this one guy who broke through security and like tripped down the steps trying to, I guess, touch the Shield members, and then he was quickly apprehended. That was an unintentional, funny moment on this week's Raw. Oh, Virtue's here in the chat, by the way. How's it going, Virtue? Now that looking at the comments here, Enzo and Kalisto. Well, before I get to Enzo and Kalisto, let me talk about the Shield match. So the Shield had their first official match back as a team after Roman was gone due to his sickness. And instead of saving their first match together at Survivor Series, WWE decided to just do this right on a random episode of Raw with no build-up whatsoever. Caleb Jacobs, or Caleb, is here. What's up, Aaron? How's it going, man? Previous Super Chat donator. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. What did you guys think about the Shield having their first match back? Oh, no Elias on this show. That's interesting. Todd just mentioned Walk with Elias. Elias wasn't even on this show. So yeah, he's not that big of a deal. It's all about Aiden English, as you guys know how I feel. But what do you guys think about the Shield's first official match being on Monday Night Raw instead of the pay-per-view? Let me know what you guys think. Justin says terrible. JJ says it wasn't even 3 years. They teamed 2 years ago against the Wyatt. I just want to know if you guys think it was a good idea to give it away. I mean, Survivor Series is already so much heavy in terms of the matches, and it's very stacked. So it's not like it's that big of a deal, but still, it's the Shield's first match back. Why give it away for free? I guess the idea is the show is already jam-packed with big matches that it's not really necessary. They botched the Shield reunion. Yeah, I mean, part of that was due to Roman Reigns being sick. WWE had to improvise and change plans. So, you know, I think the idea... Oh, Johnny Arias just sent in a $5 Super Chat donation. So thank you very much, Johnny. Much appreciated, as always. You guys are great. Really, you guys are super awesome. And I appreciate the viewership and the support from all you guys. Looking at some of the other comments here. When will Big Cass be back? After WrestleMania at this point. Hey You thinks that Kurt Angle and Triple H, this is going to be the beginning. That's definitely a possibility. Triple H and Kurt Angle is rumored for WrestleMania. And that could possibly be the start of something at Survivor Series. Maybe Triple H will accidentally cost Kurt Angle or vice versa. What do you guys think about... Oh, Richard just sent in a $5 Super Chat donation. Thank you, Richard. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. You guys are awesome tonight. I'm going to have to start going live every night if you guys keep up the Super Chat donations. And I promise next time I'll make sure I leave the bathroom door shut. I was having a problem setting up the live feed. I actually had to do like 3 or 4 different live feeds. I was having technical problems, so I was afraid I was gonna run late doing this. So I literally, as soon as Raw ended, I posted the poll. I rushed in to use the bathroom, ran out, and started this video. So yeah, the toilet seat is up or whatever. The door's open. I just was scrambling to get the video done here. No, I did not take a poop, by the way. That I did not do. Okay, enough of the toilet humor. Enough of the toilet jokes. Let's get back to this. Yeah, okay, I'll come clean. I was pooping. There you go. Happy now? Do it for a live chat. No, that's not going to happen. Unless we get... You know what? If we get 500 live viewers, I'll go ahead and use the bathroom on camera. How about that? If we get 500 live viewers, I will do that. It ain't going to happen, so I think that's a safe bet. There's no chance I'm going to get 500 viewers, so... Mr. Big Shot says, Happy Rusev Day. Samuel says, did you flush? Okay, enough of the toilet jokes, because we're just gonna... This video's... yeah, you know what? I'll just keep making the toilet jokes. That way we don't hit 500. How about that? But seriously, let's get back to the video. So 414K-Tops says, what do you think about Kane right now? Maria says they built up Kane only to get destroyed. I actually thought it was fine what they did. I was wondering, is this just going to be the blow-off? I figured, is Kane just going to lose to Strowman without much build-up? They're just going to do this one match before Survivor Series and that's it. But I think what they did was really smart because it can keep the feud going. It made Strowman look strong, but Kane was not beat yet. So you can do one more match between the two of them. It was like the Big Show Strowman match where the ring broke. You know, Strowman did something to Big Show, but it wasn't definitive. You know, it was an angle that ended the match without Big Show actually losing. So the same thing with Kane. They broke the ring. Braun Strowman power slammed Kane through the ring. This was actually something that Big Show had done to The Undertaker back during a 1999 Attitude Era Raw. There's a trivia question right there, but I'm not going to use it now. Actually, maybe I should. Maybe I should use it and see if the trivia contestants are actually watching this live video. How about that? I think I'm gonna announce this in advance. For a future Wrestling Trivia Challenge video, I'm going to use that question. Who did Big Show choke slam through the ring during a 1999 episode of Raw? It was The Undertaker. So I'm going to have that as a trivia question. We'll see if the contestants were watching this video or not. That'll be interesting. Maybe they'll know it anyways. I mean, it was a pretty memorable moment during that period. What if someone donates $100? Will you give away a t-shirt? I'll tell you what, if somebody donates $100, I will send them 3 t-shirts and I will sign all 3 of them. That's if somebody wants to make a crazy donation like that, I will send them 3 NoDQ related t-shirts and I will sign all 3 of them. If somebody out there is that big of a fan and they want signed t-shirts, then I will do that. So anyways, yeah, I like the ending of Raw. I thought that was a good way to make Strowman look strong for Survivor Series, and you can keep the Kane storyline going. You can do another match whenever they're going to do it, a month or 2 down the line, whenever. JJ says, I want the Sting mask if I donate $100. Deal. I will sign it or not sign it. I will give you that Sting mask in the back if you donate 100. So how about that? Okay, now we're getting really weird in here. Somebody says if I donate $300, can we see you poop? No, this is not... I'm not like certain people that do certain things for money. I'm not going that far. I have a little bit of dignity. I know not much, but a little bit. How much for one signed t-shirt? I don't know, 30. I'll just say 30 and you get... I'll send you a signed t-shirt. Timeouts are about to happen, says TJS. Yes, that's right. Yeah, I'm hoeing now. That's for sure. I have to now because YouTube is just being so difficult these days. Okay, so let's move back on the topic of Raw here. No more jokes about the Super Chat. Let's go back to Raw. Oh, Maria says, I signed up to PW Crate because of your videos. That's awesome. Glad to hear that. Glad I'm able to influence some people with that. I'm glad some people enjoyed the unboxing videos, the Pro Wrestling Crate videos. I mean, it is what it is. It's fun. I do like the merchandise I get, especially the t-shirts. Those are pretty cool. Cooksy97 says they are planting the seeds for Jason Jordan heel turn. They very well could be. Hey, isn't that just donated $5 in the super chat? Thank you, Hey, isn't that much appreciated. You guys are awesome, like I said. Is Triple H a babyface or a heel? Great question. I'm assuming he's a babyface now, but I really don't know. It's hard to say. 90 Nostalgia says ending of Raw was pretty flat. Crowd was completely dead for it. Yeah, I noticed that. That was the one negative. The crowd was very quiet for that main event until the big power slam spot. I really don't know why, because I remember the Big Show match with Strowman. The crowd was really into it, surprisingly. I wasn't expecting the crowd to be that hot for those Big Show matches, but they were. And here I am knocking the Big Show. It's nothing against the Big Show. It's just, you know, it's not like Big Show was on this incredible run. He was just coming back basically to put over Strowman. But the crowd really got into the idea of these two monsters. But for whatever reason, Kane and Strowman didn't seem to connect with the audience that much. Chris May says the crowd doesn't seem to care about Kane anymore. And people are talking about Big Vito. So if you missed it, make sure you check out the latest edition of Pop from this past week. We had Big Vito on. And would you guys like to see more Big Vito on NoDQ? Because he's open to the idea of doing more videos, being on more panels. So let me know. Leave a comment in the chat. Would you like to see Big Vito on more NoDQ videos? And, you know, we're working on getting other people on. I mean, that was a pretty big heat, a pretty big hit, I should say. Chris May says, yes, more Big Vito. Another Chris Cahill says, is this Survivor Series the best pay-per-view in recent memory? Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. I have to say, it's definitely one of the strongest Survivor Series lineups on paper, perhaps of all time. I mean, this 5-on-5 match is amazing. It is very star-studded. You have Triple H now, John Cena, Randy Orton. You have the veterans. You have the future guys. You have Samoa Joe. You have Finn Balor. You have Nakamura, Bobby Roode. It is a stacked match. And, of course, Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon. Braun Strowman. Very star-studded match. You have the women's match, which is going to be very good. You have the Alexa Bliss versus either Charlotte Flair or Natalia. That will be another awesome match. So let me ask you guys about SmackDown. We're gonna review SmackDown, or I will review SmackDown, and well, I guess it's us. You know, it is us because I'm getting your guys' opinions too, reading off your comments. So tomorrow night we're gonna be talking about SmackDown Live, but for now, what do you guys think about the potential opponents for not only Alexa Bliss but The Miz? Do you think it should be Miz versus Corbin or Miz versus Sin Cara? Leave a comment in the chat room. And same thing with the women's match. Should it be Alexa versus Charlotte or Alexa versus Natalia? Let me know what you guys think. your opinions. What do you think are the better options? Looking at some of the comments here, JJ says Miz versus Baron Corbin. Steve-O says neither. Chris Mace says it should be Sin Cara and Charlotte. The Fire Disco Panda says Charlotte versus Bliss. Miz versus Corbin. Pretty much everyone's saying Miz versus Corbin. Alexa versus Charlotte. Most people here are saying Alexa versus Charlotte based on what I'm seeing. So you guys want to see Corbin retain, and then you would like to see Charlotte win the title. I definitely like the idea of Alexa versus Charlotte better, just the heel versus face dynamic. Sin Cara just isn't cutting it for me as a character, so I think it's better to be Miz versus Corbin. I would not be shocked, though, if Sin Cara won. Would not shock me, but I think it, as Michael says, I think it does bring down the show just a little bit for Sin Cara. But then again, WWE is going to need a bathroom break match. Miz has even called Corbin the bathroom break guy, but I would say Sin Cara would be the bathroom break guy if he gets added to that match. Carmella cash in at Survivor Series. You know, people brought that up. I will definitely bring that up with the NoDQ panel when we do the review video for the pay-per-view. A lot of people have talked about the idea of Carmella perhaps cashing in on Alexa Bliss and swerving everybody by cashing in on the Raw member. Lewis says, was the Shield booed? No, the Shield was actually cheered on this show. So maybe it was because it was Reigns' first appearance in a month. Maybe it was just because he was part of the Shield. But yeah, no real negative reaction to Roman Reigns this week. I don't think it'll be like that on Sunday. I think when he comes out with the Shield, he'll get a pop. But I think whenever Reigns is in there on Sunday, I think he's going to get booed in Houston. That would be my prediction, at least. What is Justin doing? Fab. Oh, he's spelling out fabulous. Hey, is Roman over now? He's over by association. He's over because he's with the Shield. I think as soon as the Shield thing ends, Roman's going to be back to being a heel. That's just how I see it, at least. Tom Huxley says Natty better win tomorrow. Brain says Triple H was cheered. Yeah, of course Triple H was cheered because nobody was really expecting him to be the fifth guy. That was a nice surprise. I have to say that was the best moment on Raw with Triple H coming out there. I feel bad because Jason Jordan really should be getting the opportunity, but you know, Big Vito said it last week. He said Vito said that Jordan is not ready for that spot. So it appears that WWE agrees with him and decided to go with Triple H in that spot instead of Jason Jordan. So, you know, after the acting performance, I'm pretty much inclined to agree with Big Vito on that. That was not good. That was definitely not a solid performance. But maybe we will see the Jordan heel turn, which is something that has been speculated that he'll turn heel. Johnny says, please stop talking about Jason Jordan. You got it. You were a super chat donator, so I will stop talking about Jason Jordan. No more Jason Jordan talk. So let's see. Yeah, we have SmackDown tomorrow night, and we'll see what happens. I have a feeling we're going to see more of Raw. We're going to see the Raw guys show up on SmackDown Live, and we're going to see Raw invading SmackDown, and the end of the show will be the big brawl. Cooksy97 says Booker T is terrible, and that does want me to talk about. Oh, Jeffrey just sent another $2 in the Super Chat donation. Thank you, Jeffrey. Much appreciated. Anyways, back to Booker T. Khalib Jacob says, I'm 36 tomorrow. Well, happy birthday, Khalib. Turning 36 years old. Happy birthday, man. Now let me get back to Booker T and the commentary. It was bad the whole show, but in particular, the segment where the Shield faced The Miz in the bar. The commentary was so bad during that segment. I mean, these guys were not even calling the match. I think Booker T was talking about his history with Batista at Survivor Series, and then Michael Cole said something about when Raw and SmackDown first started in 1993 and 1999, and Booker T was talking about SmackDown starting in 1987. They were just talking about dates and arguing with each other about the dates. I guess Booker T botched the date. He said he teamed up with Batista in 1987 or something. I don't even know what it was. They were just arguing back and forth about the dates of the show. And Booker T was making fun of Corey Graves for being retired, and Booker T was doing his usual rambling. It was awful. And, you know, it was pretty bad for most of the show, but I just felt like during the Shield match, these guys should be focusing on calling the match and getting the match over. And it felt like they were spending more time arguing with each other during a key match than anything else. TJS says, is this part of Booker's character? Is his gimmick that he's an idiot? If so, then yeah, it is part of his character. The Fire Disco Panda says, Booker T is entertainingly bad. Still enjoy seeing him. I just think it makes the show look low rent when the commentators are not getting over the match, when they're just arguing with each other. The commentary should be enhancing what you're seeing in the ring, not taking away from it. And I feel like the commentary was just a distraction from what was going on in the ring. Who is worse, Booker T or JBL? As much as JBL gets on my nerves, Booker T is worse. When JBL is actually at his best, he's way better than Booker T. The problem is JBL, a lot of the time, just was not at his best. But, you know, the best JBL commentary that he's ever done far surpasses the best commentary that Booker T has ever done, in my opinion. So it's got to be JBL as the better commentator for sure. Devin says, Aaron, tell me you did not just say that. Justin says it's a tie. Tom says I miss JR. You know who I miss? I miss more Ronaldo. I know he's doing the NXT stuff, but I wish he was doing commentary. I wish it would just be, you know what I miss? I miss a two-person commentary team. And Brain says Corey Graves isn't that great either, in my opinion. You know what? I agree about that. I think Corey is good, but not great. And I think people are overrating him just a little bit. You know, people are trying to say, oh, he's like Bobby Heenan. No, he's not even close to Bobby Heenan or Jesse Ventura. He's good. I will say he's good. And he might get better over time. But I don't think Corey Graves is great at commentary at this stage of the game. Now, maybe if he had somebody better to work with, he'd be better. Maybe if he did work with more Ronaldo. If it was Ronaldo and Corey Graves, I think that would be perfect. Just have the two of them do commentary and leave it at that. I really see no point in a three-person commentary team unless the third person is actually doing something different in comparison with the other two. Like in WCW, this is the usual comparison I make. In WCW, even though the commentary was pretty bad at times too with those guys, the thing is Tony Schiavone did play-by-play, Bobby Heenan did color, and you had Mike Tenay talking about the backstories of the wrestlers. Tenay was the professor. He had all the backstories and the insight about the wrestlers. So each one of them had a different role. The problem with the three-man teams now is it's basically three guys doing the same role. You don't even have a heel color guy anymore because you have Corey Graves, who is against Elias, and Michael Cole is supposed to be the babyface play-by-play guy, and he's supporting Elias, which makes no sense. So it's just ass backwards. Ricky Lawson says, Aaron, say the Matt Striker catchphrase. Okay, what is the Matt Striker catchphrase? I'm not even sure. Is it a grunt? Because I don't remember him actually having a catchphrase. Let's see here. Cesaro deserves better. Cesaro's doing great. Cesaro is in a lot of major segments on WWE television, and he's been in some big-time matches this year. I think he's in a great spot right now. So I don't know if you think he should be WWE champion or something, but I think he's doing really well. Oh, that was Matt Striker's catchphrase. Oh, yeah, Matt Striker was another guy that I think people overrated him. Like, people tried to say he was a pretty good commentator, but he would just grunt and make noises, and that's basically what Booker T does. Booker T just rants and mumbles and then does the every time somebody hits a move. And that's pretty much, yeah, what Matt Striker would do. He'd just grunt. They go, oh, anytime somebody hits a move. No, you actually call the move. You say what the move is. You don't grunt whenever somebody hits a big move. That's not good commentary, in my opinion. Striker had lame nicknames for everyone. Wait a minute, what was this comment here? Like the blank superstar of all time. Cooksy97 says people actually liked Matt Striker. Yeah, I mean, it's really weird. I don't even think he's good in Lucha Underground when I was watching it. I thought it was, maybe he was a little bit better because he's not, he's not being fed all the lines from Vince. But I still don't think he's that good in Lucha Underground. And I never liked Vampiro's announcing in Lucha Underground. But anyways, that's a whole other topic. So yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything for this week's Raw. And on that note, I will go ahead and wrap up tonight's video. I will be back tomorrow night to talk about SmackDown Live, which will be the go-home show for Survivor Series. And we'll cover anything else we did not cover tonight regarding Survivor Series and the final happenings leading up to the pay-per-view. We'll see what happens on SmackDown. Should be a really big show. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to everyone for the Super Chat donations. And I will see you guys again. Oh, by the way, MacLean, somebody ban that guy. And that'll do it for this edition of NoDQ Live. I will see you guys next time.